Hello crawlers, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and in today's video, we're gonna do an unboxing, go over the features, and play with the brand new addition to the Hobby Plus lineup here at Motion RC. This is the 8x8 Terranaut, all-wheel steering, ready to run RC crawler. That is just absolutely awesome. This model comes in two colors. We have a green and a gray, so you'll be seeing one of them on the video here. This will be the gray version, but everything this one has, the green also has, and links to both are going to be in the description down below. Now, before we get into the features and stuff, I just want to get this thing out of the box and show you how nicely it comes all packaged up. I already went in and charged the battery, so I did open a few things, the baggie to take a look at the manual and stuff, but I put it all back in there as you'd see it if you get it fresh. But let's get started and pull it out of the box. So when you open the box, you're going to see right on top, you're going to have a baggie, and that's going to include your manual. And inside, you're going to see some spare parts, a little tool for your wheels, to take your wheels on and off, and you've got your charger. The battery is going to be already pre-put into the model itself. Then taking it out from the foam, take the top cover off, and then you're going to see your transmitter wrapped up in bubble wrap. And it's a beautiful transmitter with 6 channels on it. You can see there's a lot of channel switches because this model does feature a winch. It has 8-wheel drive, it has 2-speed transmission, has a lot of features we'll talk about in a little bit, but you're going to need all those channels on the transmitter, and then a nice cover on top of that transmitter as well, revealing some dip switches, your trimming, and things of that nature. And then when you pull the truck out, it's going to be nicely wrapped in plastic. That's just to protect the injection molding on the top. The whole thing is injection molded. It's not painted, so it is molded in the color that it comes. And you can see nice little detail parts, and then just taking it out. Man, it's a nice 1/18 scale crawler, the largest in the Hobby Plus lineup that I've seen thus far. And right off the bat, you could see some of those features on top, like the working winch. That is a metal steel cable on it with a nice metal clamp on the back. You also have the included 5th wheel, which it manually locks and unlocks like we've seen on a lot of our trucks recently. That means you're going to be able to attach an 18 scale trailer, and they got a nice guide on it to guide it right into the 5th wheel all around. Beautiful. You got those mud terrain tires, and they give you 2 working spares that are going to be attached to the top. And then what I like about this model too, easy access into the front. You push that button back and the whole front cover opens nicely, revealing the battery. And what's also awesome about this model, since it is 8-wheel drive, there are 4 servos alone on each axle. So because each axle can turn. So really well done and absolutely gorgeous. Now, before we plug it in though, here on the table, let's just go over all the features of the Terranaut. So again, guys, getting into all the features, number 1, going to be that active all-wheel steering. So 8x8 steering. It's really awesome. You could steer it from the front 4. You could steer it from the back 4. You could have it crab walk side to side, or you could have it make really tight turns. All up to you. And again, all activated by switches, but unmatched maneuverability. You have a remote-selectable 2-speed transmission. So if you need that torque to get up those hills, to make those crawling situations, or you just want to drive it around pretty quick, 2-speed transmission is going to come in handy. You got a big block 280 size high torque brushed motor inside, and you can see that right here. Looks awesome, works really well. Portal axles throughout, that's going to add the clearance and deliver that power you need to crawl and get out of those tight situations. You've got HD telescoping drive shafts with metal yokes and metal geared servos on all 4 axles. You've got CVDs on all axles, so constant velocity drive axles. They replace the old dog bones. That's for durability and increased steering angles. Rear anti-roll bar for stability during hauling. Again, that injection molded hard body with a detailed interior, but again, not painted. It is injection molded all the plastic parts on this top. Again, dual spare tires, scale accessories, and a functional light system on this model as well. And speaking of the lights, you have 2 rotating amber beacons with 5 selectable modes on the top. You have a beautiful black anodized aluminum chassis throughout the model, so that's going to give it nice durability as well. You got that 1-button push tilt cab access, so that's going to give you quick battery changes and easy access to your important electronics. The model's not waterproof, but is definitely water resistant, so you just don't want to submerge it, but you could run it through minor puddles. This model includes an operational winch that is remote controlled, obviously, on a switch, and that's going to help you get out of tight situations or help you pull somebody else out of a tight situation. You got beautiful big bore oil-filled coil-over shocks and beautiful mud terrain tires mounted on beadlock wheels. So 8 tires pre-installed and the 2 spares giving you 10 nice tires. And the model comes with an 1100 milliamp 2S LiPo. That's going to give you up to an hour of runtime, and with the included charger, it'll charge up in about 20 to 30 minutes. So that'll do it for all the features, guys. Now, before we take it outside, let's just plug it in and go over all the features of the transmitter, because there are a lot of switches on this transmitter, and it also comes with some dip switches that also have some functionality that you're going to want when you drive your model around. So first things first, you want to put 4 AA batteries in the bottom of the transmitter. I did so already. So that's the only thing you're going to have to provide with this ready-to-run package. And then on the back, you will see your on-off switch. We'll turn that on. You'll hear the light. You'll hear it beep. And then the model itself, again, it has this little button on the back of the driver's side. You're going to push that in. That lifts the whole tilt cab comes forward, and we're going to plug in our LiPo, which again I already pre-charged. Get that plugged in, and you'll see on top there is an on-off switch. So you can leave the battery plugged in if you'd like after use, but turn on the on-off switch. You'll see the lights flash a little bit, and then since our transmitter's already on, the model comes pre-bound, so it is already bound up and ready to go. And as you can see, we got front wheel steering is already right off the bat, and we are in the low gear just based on the speed of this model. But that is, again, just plugging it in and rocking and rolling. So now let's take a look at what some of the features do. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start with the 4 buttons that we have on the transmitter itself on the outside. You have channel 6, channel 5, channel 4, and channel 3. Starting with channel 6, that is going to be your 2-speed transmission, which also offers a neutral setting. So when it is pushed in this direction, that is going to be low gear. And you can see that from the speed that it's moving. When I push that, it's 3-channel. When you push it in the middle, that's going to give you neutral. So nothing's going to happen, just the motor will go. And when you push it the other way, now you can see we got way more speed on this model. We'll play with that more outside. Okay, now we come over to this channel 5, which is a little push, a sort of push button, if you will. And that's going to control your rear steering. So you're able to push this. So as you manipulate, if you hold your pistol grip transmitter like this, you're going to be able to turn the front and turn the back. You'll get used to it, obviously, as you go. But that's going to give you the ability to make tight circles. I mean, look at that, just on the table in front of me. Figure 8, and it'll give you the ability to do that crab walk, which is kind of cool. And you can switch it on the fly. So really awesome. That's what channel 5 does. Then we have channel 4, and that's going to operate your winch. So it is on a push on, push off setting. So it's just one button. When I push it, it's going to start releasing it, and you want to just pull on it. So obviously you're going to have this winch attached to something when you do this. If I push it again, it'll stop in place and it'll stay there. And then if I push it a 3rd time, it'll reverse the servo and it'll start pulling the cable back. Get it to a point where it tightens up, and then you want to stop it again. And you know the next time it's going to open the winch. So that's what channel 4 does. All right, and then lastly on the pistol grip transmitter is going to be channel 3, and that's going to control our lights. There are 5 modes. When you push coming out of the box, nothing is going to be on the model except the rear. When I hit reverse, those lights, no matter what mode you're in, they will always go on when you go in reverse. But now as far as the modes go, they all do something a little different each time. Mode 1, you'll see, turns on your headlights. But again, you will not get blinkers. and you do get your rear red lights will go solid. Mode 2, push the button. Now you will get blinkers. So if you see when I turn right, turn left. But all else being the same, the headlights will remain on and those rear lights will remain on as well. I push it another time for mode 3, and you will actually lose the, if you want to have the headlights back on but don't want the blinkers to go, you will, that will turn them off again. Then when you go mode 4, that's when you're going to get your ambers and your fog lights come on. So you got the nice, so you're heading up to a situation, but you still don't have your blinkers when you're in that situation. And then you push it one last time. For mode 5, that's going to give you back your, that's going to give you the hazard, sorry. So when you're in the midst of saving something, or, you know, obviously construction, you need all the people to get out, you got your hazards on. So that's basically the mode with everything. And if I push it one more time, everything will shut off and you're back at square one. So there's in essence 5 modes. I'll just turn everything on again, kind of dig it when the ambers are going up top, but all around super beautiful. Now let's talk about the inside of the transmitter from the top. So when you lift the top cover on the transmitter, you're gonna see your standard features you expect to see with any RC car. So that's gonna be your steering direction, your steering trim, your steering dual rate, your steering trim, and your throttle dual rate and your throttle trim. Those are gonna function like any RC car. So if you need to trim the steering, you wanna trim your throttle, you want the dual rates, you just turn those knobs. Then at the top, you got a bind button, so if you ever lose bind, that's where it's gonna go. If you wanna reverse the direction of your steering, if for some reason you turn right and it's turning left, you can flip this switch to reverse the steering, and here we'll reverse the throttle trigger as well, in case that's reversed. What's important here is understanding your dip switches. There are 6 dip switches on the model, and they're actually labeled on the model itself. You'll see F/R, you'll see NI, and then you'll see these 2 switches, so 3 and 4, correspond to the drag brake. 5 and 6 on this model are not used at all, so don't worry about the farthest right 2 dip switches. The only ones that function on this model are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's get into it. So the first one starts in the on position. This is how you get it. This is, you can switch from forward and reverse to forward, reverse, and brake. So what that basically means is when the switch is on, when I pull the trigger rapidly, you'll see the model goes instantaneously forward to reverse. If you don't like that option, you flip the dip switch down, the 1 switch, we move that into the down position. Now, when I do that same function, you see when I immediately switch up, it goes into a brake. I have to come back down, then go in reverse. So if I want to reverse and start again, it won't do it instantaneously. It breaks the model, so it goes into a forward, reverse, brake scenario. However you like to drive, it'll be completely up to you. There's really no wrong way, but I'm sure there's a right way for certain situations. Now, dip switch 2, I cannot hit that button because dip switch 2, down is for LiPo, which is what's included with the model. Up is going to be for a nickel metal hydride battery. So you can run different types of batteries on this model, which is also great. So if you have a nickel metal that you want to pop in here, just make sure that dip switch is going to the up position. Now the last 2 are 3 and 4. So right now both 3 and 4 are up. There are 4 different drag brake settings on this model. The drag brake is basically when you're driving forward and you let go, the model immediately stops. That's because with the 2 dip switches, 3 and 4 in the up position, you are on 100% drag brake. If I bring both those switches down, that's going to be the 0% drag brake. So if I go forward and let go, the model's going to glide a little bit before it brakes. So it depends on, again, the situation of what you want. And then when 1 is up and 1 is down, so let's pop 3 up, it'll either be 75% or 50% drag brake. So just a little less. Maybe hard to see in this scenario, but it's up to you how you want to do it. A lot of people that I've watched a few videos on said they like 75% rather than just a full-on 100% because that doesn't really seem scale, I guess. But all around, it's up to you how you want it. And again, dip switches 5 and 6 do nothing, so that'll do it for the transmitter on the awesome Terranaut. Now just taking a peek around, again, you have some really nice rear view mirrors that are screwed in. You can open those bad boys up and they have mirror stickers on the outside, adding to the scale detail of it all. I love the injection molding. Looks like rivets and dents and grates all around the model. It really is beautiful. And again, this is the gray version. I kind of wish they sent me the green. I like a little color in mine, but this thing is awesome. It looks utilitarian, looks like, really just scale features and something great for Hobby Plus overall. Inside, taking a look at the underneath, take a look at the drivetrain here. So as we talked about, all those servos, there's a servo underneath each drive axle. So when I turn, so that's the top turning, and then we could turn the bottoms as well. All around super neat. And I love that the rear steering is on demand. So if you want to drive the model with just rear steering, you have that ability as well. And then when I get moving on the throttle, you can see all that engineering under there, looking real good, but all around super cool and just so different from anything else that I've played with, and different from what I've seen in the lineup. You've got nice shocks. We could see the shocks underneath, the big bore, oil-filled diffs, easy to tighten and loosen right at the top of each one. So if you want to go around and change out the shocks, but all around, really nice. Might even want to loosen them up a little bit because, wow, but all around, super neat. Looks like we're going to get some good clearance out of it. Now, comparing it to just a standard average CR18P, this is one of the more recent ones we did. You can see the size differential. I mean, this could almost fit on the back if it had the ability to. But just to show you that operational winch, I already plugged this in and turned off the, put it in neutral, if you will, because these models have, just like this, have the ability to, for 2-speed transmission, to lock the diffs. Everything's unlocked here. Let's open the winch. So that's going to be, again, channel 4. Going to open the winch a bit. And let's see the drag power we got on this model. Again, it'll open up pretty far too. That thing is pretty coiled up. I'm gonna hit it again, so that'll stop it. And then underneath, let's connect it to the axle. We're connected, bring it in, and let's push the winch. Let's see how it, so no problem pulling in a standard, if you wanna get this, maybe this baby was stuck in water or something, you can pull it out of a sticky situation. And again, we'll show it how far it can be. You can be pretty far away from it with the length on the winch, but all around, super neat that it even includes that. That's just a cool feature. And again, to bring that winch back up, I'll have to hit it one more time. That'll bring it out, hit it again to stop it, and then finish it off, let it coil up. I always like to keep a little tension on there, so it coils up nicely, doesn't get too tangled. And then again, that top 5th wheel, awesome feature. Right now, Hobby Plus doesn't have a trailer, but I would presume the fact that they're giving you access to an 18th scale, trailer 5th wheel, then that means there could be some trailers coming in the future. But that should work with any connection. And again, spring loaded, so when you open that up and you push there, it'll unlock. So you're going to manually open it to unlock it. Then you'll be able to connect and, all around, super neat. So lucky enough, I do have an 18 scale trailer. This came with the Huina Scania 7070Ss. And again, these were sold separately to work in. Let's see how that fits on there. So with a standard latch, that locks on and you'd be able to drive it around a bit, even though this one's a little high for that one because they're not made. So I assume at some point we're gonna get a nice scale trailer that'll probably work great with your Terranaut, but all around super neat that it even exists there for for the purpose of having a trailer. It's going to make this thing complete when that eventually happens. So that's enough for this model on the table. Let's take the Terranaut outside and have some fun. So again, driving around the Terranaut, first thing we checked was the 2-wheel transmission. So going from a nice slow speed up to a fast speed. If you want to drive this thing around, it can move, it can boogie. It's also fun playing with the 8-wheel drivetrain. That is the big selling point of this, being able to turn it from all 4 wheels in the front, or drive it from all 4 wheels in the back, or crab walk it, or make those tight turns. You're going to be able to do all of that. So you're going to be able to get yourself in and out of some sticky situations. As far as crawling, I mean, just like any other Hobby Plus crawler, it can perform really well. I mean, I really believe in the Hobby Plus lineup. They are one of the more popular crawlers, especially in this size. You know, a great entry level crawler is any Hobby Plus is to get into your crawling adventures, but having something like this just looks a little different on the landscape, and all around it can perform. It can get up some nice tough situations. You could see those shocks really working, and the differentials all around really nice as you drive it around. And again, it just looks complete with those LED lights on the front. The winch performs really well. I love it, especially for the other 18 scale Hobby Plus models. You're going to be able to pull those up and, you know, do all those sort of save missions, if you will, to rescue missions for your other crawlers if they get in stuck tight situations, or you can use the winch for other purposes if you wish. But all around, it's just a nice added bonus to a beautiful scale model, and really excited to have it. So whether you get this baby in green or gray, I think you're going to enjoy your time with the Terranaut. So there you have it, guys. That's going to do it for the overview video of the Terranaut 8x8 all-wheel steering 1/18 scale RC crawler coming from Hobby Plus, available right now in 2 colors. I got links to both of those in the description of this video, so check it out whether you want the green or gray. I'll also have a link down below to the entire lineup of Hobby Plus products, because again, they got all sorts of great trucks, crawlers, different bodies, different styles, whatever you may need to get into crawling, or if you just want to grow your collection of 18 scale crawlers, these things are great. 18 scale crawling is really awesome for the beginner because you can really bring that anywhere around the house. I mean, for most of this video, we were just in the yard. We were making things to crawl over, using wood, using rocks, using bricks, things like that. I mean, you could really make a crawler course anywhere, or check your local website. You could probably find a crawler course near you, because there are a lot of RC crawlers out there, and there are some cool courses. If you go and find around your neighborhood, you may find a really awesome one, or just bring it out into the woods and have some fun that way. That's what's great about crawling. It really is for anybody, and just a great niche of the RC hobby. But that'll do it for us, guys. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them down below. We try to answer as many questions as we can. And if you want to support Motion RC, first, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like on this video. That always helps the YouTube algorithm get more people out there to even know the hobby exists. But if you don't want to do all that, the best way to support Motion RC is to head to motionrc.com and pick up a new RC crawler, or an RC plane, an RC tank, an RC boat. You name it, we got it at Motion RC, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.